Good morning, crafty friends, or good afternoon, depending which time zone you are in. I am a little nervous, but excited to be here today with my friend Danni. Let's give Danni a round of applause. And hopefully she'll join us. Yes, here she comes.
Well, maybe. There, maybe.
Yay! We are here. First off, I think Danni might have already said it over in the chat. This might be a hot mess, okay? Neither of us really know what we're doing today. I'll give kind of everybody a minute to get in one, and then I'll tell you kind of what brought this on today. If you are here with us live over in the chat box, make sure you are on live chat so you see the latest messages. And why don't you go ahead and say hi or hey, or let us know where you're watching from. I see we already have a lot of people chatting. Excellent. As we start to craft today, if you have a specific question for us, make sure to highlight our names, either all caps or start typing in @ and then our username so it will highlight it for us. Danni, anything you want to talk about before we try this? Anything going on with you?
Fair warning, my cat Alyssa just woke up. She's already been up and moved my camera a couple times while I was off screen. So if I go suddenly bonkers, it's Alyssa. No, nothing much. Just that I'm having fun making tags. Tags are on my brain, but we'll see what happens.
Yes, awesome. Yes, so Danni has her Tag a Day in November series going on. If you don't already subscribe to her, she is at Danni's Dreams here on YouTube. All her links are in the description box below. Speaking of the description box, let's go ahead and talk about what brought on today's live. So I don't know, a couple weeks ago, I somehow stumbled upon a video where a person was showing how they made a stacked envelope or stacked envelopes. And it's kind of like a pen pal mail, like Danni likes to do loaded envelopes where you stuff envelopes with stuff. Well, stacked envelopes, when you're finished, it almost looks like you dropped a bunch of envelopes on your table, but we will be adhering them together. So I sent her that video and I'm like, oh, you might want to check this out. I know you like loaded envelopes. Well, it turned into somehow, why don't we try this for a Friday live? Okay, so we are here today to give it a try. Yeah, we have never done this before, so you're going to have to bear with us, but hopefully you might be inspired to try it. Today, we are hoping to just get the envelopes put together and maybe start to decorate them, because it looks from that video, it's very involved. You put the envelope, you make the envelopes, you put them together, you decorate the front, and then you put stuff inside. So it's almost like you're building card kits for your recipient. So we will not be finishing it today, but if you do want to check out that video, I have it linked at the top of the chat box and it's in the description box below. And maybe Project Sparkle was the name of the YouTuber. I'm sorry, I can't remember. But she has other videos too on it and other pen pal mail videos that you could check out. So okay, one last thing over in the chat, if you have ever heard of a stacked envelope before, let us know. Throw a 1 over there, like if you've ever heard of this in your life, because I had not. Some things that I'll be using today are the envelope punch board, which I think Danni will too. We'll show you the supplies we're going to use. We each kind of have a theme going on. Okay, okay, so some people already know what we're doing. So please don't judge us. If you're a stacked envelope professional, keep in mind we are very amateurs at this. So for me, I went ahead and pre-figured out what size envelopes I'm going to be making. And in the description box below, in my product list and my supply list, I did put the size of my paper in the first punch. Danni, what is your plan for envelope sizes?
I'm just winging it. I thought of what I was going to do in the middle of the night when I woke up and couldn't sleep. So yeah, we're just winging it.
Okay. All right. Well, I say, Danni, if you want to go ahead and turn your camera down, I'll tell them about what I'm going to use and then you can tell us yours. Okay. All right. So Not Too Shabby just came out with their box of the month, and like normal, they have a couple different themes. So I thought I would use that for mine, because later when I do fill these, using some of the scraps of pattern paper and some of the ephemera to fill the envelopes will work out perfectly. On the left, it is like a farmhouse Christmas theme. And on the right is like a New Year theme. So for this one, this is a set. Oops, not the shaker bit. So this is a set that I will be using for mine. All right, Danny, do you want to tell anything about yours before we get started?
Let me move stuff on my table so I have room. I just thought that I would do a butterfly theme because years ago, I don't even know if it says the year on here, there was this botanical butterfly paper that came with Celebration from Stampin' Me Up, and I have like 2 or 3 packs of it, so I'm just going to do butterfly themed. So
I know at least one person in the comments who will love seeing a butterfly themed project. Am I right, Karen? All right, well, so I think we'll just go ahead and get started. I'll kind of tell you as I go, and Danny might share as she goes what she's cutting her paper to. I did go ahead and I pre-chose 3 of the 6x6 papers for my envelopes, even though I am going to make 4. I thought I would choose some that had a little bit busier of a pattern, and then on the inside they'll also have a pattern as well. And another thing, oh, go ahead. Sorry, Danny.
Speaking of Karen, I know she likes butterfly, and I think that she also likes purple. So maybe this will have to be geared around her. And I also saw that it's Carmen's birthday. So happy birthday, Carmen.
Oh, happy birthday, Carmen. I totally missed that. I knew that you were going to be celebrating your birthday with friends here recently. I did not realize it was today. Awesome. So since I'm going with a New Year's theme and I needed some bigger paper for a couple of my envelopes, I decided for my largest one, I'm going to use this piece of vellum with gold glitter. And this I'm going to cut to a 9.5-inch square. And I am going to make sure to cut it in one corner because I figure I can send some of the scraps in the envelopes to whoever gets this. And Danny and I were talking off camera that our envelope punch boards, our dimensions here are a little bit different. I noticed on mine for an A2, it said it was 4.5 by 5.5, which I believe an A2 is our standard 4.25 by 5.5. But Danny's is Stampin' Up, and it is different. I used, let me see if I can get it on my phone. I used an app to try to figure out a correct 4.25 by 5.5. Like if you zoom in here, it's called EPB for envelope punch board. And then you type in the size of your card and then it tells you your paper.
Oh, and that's different than the one I have. I'm using my phone, so I can't share, but mine's different. But mine's also for Android, so.
Yeah. And I think they did say this EPB when I looked at it, it might be for Android now too.
Okay.
So 9.5. So if you've never used an envelope punch board before, it tells you the size of your paper, and your paper is always going to be a square for that size. So for this, I'm making a 5 by 7 envelope, and I need a 9.5-inch square. And then my first punch is going to be at 4. If you have never used an envelope punch board before, why don't you put a 5 in the comments? Like if this is something new to you, because if I don't see a lot of 5s, then we probably don't need to go over like every little step of how to do this.
Oh, I kind of want mine to be different. I was going to start with 5 and 7, but I want mine to be different to show a variety. So let me see here.
All right. Well, and like too, I've seen some other videos that instead of having like a more kind of squarish rectangle, some people will do like, like a business size envelope and a mini slim, like skinnier versions. Those were really neat too.
I don't know. Maybe I'll just go all squares. Maybe I'll do a 5x5, a 4x4, and so on.
Oh, look at you.
Woohoo.
Sherry, that it just all it says on my app on the icon is EPB, and I think it stands for envelope punch board. So I would just go to whatever, if you're Android or iOS, I would just go there and see, like, just search for envelope punch board, and I bet you'll find it.
All right. See if I can mess this up because it has 8s and I'm not a friend with 8s.
Oh, yeah. Now with this vellum, I am being kind of gentle as I score it, but I usually do the score lines a couple times. Now, don't forget to tomorrow night, we will be live again for Oh So Inspired Live. You're going to have enough of us by the end of the weekend. So we hope you'll join us. I do have a link to that video if you can set a reminder in the description box. So it looks like Paul and Melissa have never seen the envelope punch board. Then when I make my next envelope, or when Danny, if she wants to explain it, how it works when you like punch and score and.
Oh, yeah, because that's where I had it for years. I mean, this thing I've had years and years, and until like this year, I never used it because I thought, because I just skimmed the instructions. I didn't read them. You don't need instructions. And so I thought, because it says, you know, when you look here, it says, you know, I'm making a 5x5, and it says you start with a piece of paper that's 8 1/8 by 8 1/8, and you score it 4 4 or 4 1/8. So I put this in and I scored it, and then I kept turning it and going to 4 1/8. And so my envelope turned out horrible, and I thought this is the stupidest tool ever. Then I read the instructions. And so you make your first one at like 4 1/8, you score it, you punch, and then you turn it and you line up where you just scored with this handy little thing here. I was like, why do they have that there? Yeah, that's why. And then you score and punch there, and you just continue around.
Oh yeah, that definitely would not have made an envelope.
Nope. Hence the reason that it was sitting unused for a long time. I'm like, that is the stupidest thing ever.
Yeah, that would have been. So here is my first finished envelope. I love that vellum. And then I think in this one, I will put some 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 pieces of the pattern paper. And so then you'll be able to like see through it a little bit. Yay, that's so fun. One thing I did do at the end and I didn't talk about, on the other side of the punch is how you round those corners so it looks more like an envelope. And I know you're going to see the adhesive, but I am just going to use this to close my envelope up. You know me and clear cards and vellum. If you see the adhesive, I'm okay with that. But if you're not, you probably will not want to use vellum for your envelope.
Oh, I'm so glad that other people did what I did too. Woo!
Yay, you're not alone.
I'm not alone.
All right.
And then if they haven't seen what I make with like the loaded envelopes, on my channel, I have some of those. I have 2 videos coming out this next week that show them, but that's basically what I'm going to do in here too. I cut out using like some of my stitch dies, like put together, like you said, Alicia, like little card kits, like do some rectangles, some squares, some circles and stuff like that. So
yep, I don't know if I'll have time, but I did go ahead and get out just some circles to maybe cut some scraps. But I figure, you know, what we did, guys, is we're going to work for like an hour today, and then we'll just show you our finished projects later because Danny has some stuff to do, you know, coming up at 11. And I figure it would be hours and hours if we actually stayed here. So we're just going to get started. And then I will probably make a follow-up video to show what's in the pockets. And I might give mine away at that time. So you want to make sure you're subscribed and have the notifications on if you would like to win it.
And I'll do a follow-up video. I haven't decided yet what I'm doing with mine.
All right.
Like
so
I said, I'm just willy-nilly in it. Sorry.
no, you finish your thought. Sorry.
That was it. Go.
Okay. Okay, for my next one, I'm going to do the 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, which I need an 8-inch piece of paper for. Well, obviously my not too shabby paper is not 8 inches. So this was something that I think it was Project Sparkle who I watched. She used smaller paper too, and she just made a normal envelope and then covered the flaps and the back with like the pattern paper. So that's what I'm going to try to do. So I got out a piece of our printer paper, which I get just a little bit nicer than plain paper, plain weight, printer paper. It's a little bit heavier. And this I'm going to cut to 8 inches. And my first punch is going to be at 3 1/2. And then I'll show you hopefully how I cover it.
4 by 4 at 6 1/8 by 6 1/8. Let's do.
My first punch is at 3 1/2. And again, kind of with the vellum for the printer paper, I'm not going to press really hard when I do my score lines, just because I don't want to break through this since it's a lot thinner than my regular pattern paper. And yes, Christina, this will be a replay. Now, it does take a few hours for the comments to show up on the replay. And sometimes it actually takes a few hours for the replay to show up if you don't already have the link. But yes, it will be up on my channel like a normal video, a normal live replay. And I don't know, I'm going to try to see how far I can, and I can't zoom in any further. But in case you haven't used it, you see that's the line Danny was talking about. So when you score it this way, all you do is rotate it 90 degrees, and then you line up this little notch right there with the score line. And that's how you know where to make your next punch.
3 1/2.
Now this time, just again, these, you could leave the corners pointed if you want. I just like the rounded option. Danny, I'm assuming you round your corners on the
Yes,
flap.
I do. Yeah. I think I might have cut this one wrong, but we will see. Huh.
It'll still probably make an envelope.
The joy of life.
Yes. Oh, wait, I don't want to fold that yet. Okay, so now I have to try to figure out.
Yeah, I think I messed up.
I think I want to make it out of this one, but I need to trace these to be the flaps. So I'm hoping I can kind of use the corners, and then I might have to get out another piece of pattern paper for the back. So I'm just going to put it right up in that corner. And I don't need to worry about cutting this rounded corner by hand because I can use the punch board for that. But I am going to go and just down here on the sides where I want to.
I don't usually craft this early, and I can tell why.
All right, I am going to have to get another piece of this out to do the opposing corners.
Well, it still made an envelope, but it's not a 4 by 4, but we're going to go with it because that's what we're doing.
Yes, this is just supposed to look like you threw this on your table. Like if you bring in the mail and you just throw it on the table for later. And it's a craft. It doesn't have to be perfect.
Thank goodness.
I can't find my other 2023.
All right. I should have watched that video again before we did this.
Okay, so what I do remember from that video is you can only adhere the next envelope onto the flap.
Right, I remember that.
Okay. Did you have a question or you just...
No, I'm just thinking in my head because
Okay.
All right.
Oh, there it is.
Now for the
yes,
next
Mom. I hope you'll
one.
get your punch board out and use it. Or who knows? We might be turning people off of the stacked envelopes.
Really are fun. It just, yeah.
And I probably should be worried about which way reads right, but I'm not going to worry about it, guys. I'm just going for it. So now I've got the second piece of paper out and I'm going to do the bigger flaps on the back of this.
Okay. Let's do black and white.
Now, if you use 12 by 12 paper like Danny, you do not have to worry about what I am doing here.
All right. Let's see what size I can do next. Let's just do 6 by 6. Do a, what size is it? Ah. And if you have bifocals like me, it might take you a little bit longer to read the little itty bitty letter or numbers. 3.5 by 3.5. So need 6 by 6. They have a mini envelope punch board too, Karen. My goodness, how does it make smaller envelopes or is it just smaller in size?
Do you not have that one, Danny?
No.
Look, it's a little baby. It's a little baby punch board.
Oh,
so
I didn't know.
Look, here's the, and yeah,
oh my goodness.
It shows you how to make all the way down to a 1 by 1 inch envelope.
Oh, I have punches that'll do that, but that is adorable.
Isn't it? Goodness. It's like little baby shoes. Yeah, and I was thinking about with my scraps trying to make some small envelopes with that as well. So
I have some dies and some punches that'll do the really small ones. So I probably can't justify it, but that is adorable.
Yes, and you need to save all your money for tag dies. So
oh, my latest obsession. But I have to say, I am at least using them and enjoying them. So out of all my impulse crafty purchases, those have actually turned out to be really well used and a better investment, I guess.
Yes, I am enjoying watching you use them. All right, guys, let's see. So if you look at what I outlined, this is like where the edge of that was. So what I'm going to try to do is line up the ends of my pencil marks with the cut line on my trimmer.
3. So I know that We Are Memory Keepers has other punch boards. Do you have any of the other ones or like that do boxes and all kinds of stuff?
I have like a tag punch board, a pocket punch board, and then I have one that you can, I don't even know how, like if you're going to make booklets, it helps you with like punching the holes in the edge to like stitch them up, if that makes sense.
Oh,
I think that's what I have. How about you?
I don't have any other ones. I've just been seeing them. And since I actually read the directions and I'm enjoying this one, I thought I might look into them. Yeah. There's a tag one. My interest is piqued.
Oh, let us know in the comments if you have any of the punch boards. And now my kitty is going to join us. All right. Okay, Danny. So here is the tag one. So it did come with instructions. I can't quite remember, but you
that's
just
fine.
cut your rectangle and then
Oh, it's fine. I just didn't know that they had one. So I'm very
so I guess I have the candy box punch board too. I think I got
Okay.
this at Tuesday morning. And
Okay.
then the pocket punch board. Obviously you can tell I've used them because I know how to use them.
Yeah. Cool. I'll have to look into them because I've also been looking up how to make pockets. That's going to be because I need to put these tags onto cards sometimes. So I've been looking into pockets too.
Good idea.
Did I punch that? No, I did not.
Enjoy breakfast, Iona.
Hi, Mary. I see you're over there in the chat, letting you know that the little something that I promised you is going in the mail today. After this live, I'm going to brave the rain to get it mailed.
Is it supposed to rain all day?
Yep, and then turn to snow. I'm so excited.
Oh, I am not excited for the snow. Okay, Aspen, this is not the place to make yourself at home right now.
I'm here. I thought it would be Alyssa, but it's Aspen.
Just go over a little bit. All right, so I'll have to zoom out so you can see what I'm doing over here. So I just kind of trimmed these down by hand, but I want it to have a little white border, I think. So I need to take a little bit extra off that edge and off the ends.
So
So this is probably why I should have chosen 12 by 12 paper.
the Suzy Q has the pocket, the ABC maker, the box maker, the envelope, the file. Oh my goodness, there's so many. I think I need to look into this a little bit more.
No, Danny, don't do it.
Well, Christmas is coming, and even though Santa has told me I really don't need anything, I still can ask.
Ugh. Okay, I do not recommend this whole 6x6 thing unless you have plenty of time, but I didn't think it would take me quite this long on a live to do this. But because I want that white border, I have to trim these down further. Like if I was just going to cover the flap, it would be okay.
Cindy, I don't know if I'm on Santa's good list or not.
I think she is.
All right. For those just joining, here are my 3 so far. We'll see as it goes on how we'll adhere them since they're all, yeah. Moving on, we're gonna make at least one more. Not gonna think about that stage quite yet. All right, one more small itty bitty one.
I have seen that ABC maker, Suzy Q. But I guess they make. Can you choose the size or is it just one size of letter on that? My original plan was to cover the back of the envelope with this same piece of pattern paper, but the pad only came with 2, so I think I'm going to leave the back white because you don't really see it from the front anyway.
Okay, and the colorful one now. What is this? 5, 5.
let us know some things you think could go in the envelopes before we send it out, or before I send mine out. Danny might keep hers. I'm not
I'm not
forcing
going to keep it.
anybody.
I just haven't decided if it's going to be a giveaway or.
That's true. You do. And other stuff. I'm almost there.
Or if it might go to Karen for being on my channel team or challenge team, because I'm doing something for all of my team members this holiday season. They don't know that yet. Haha.
They do if they're watching.
They do if they're watching. That's not what I want.
So next Tuesday, I should probably save some talking for tomorrow night though, huh? I don't want to give away all our secrets and then not have anything to talk about. But anyway, since I already teased it. So Tuesday, Danny and I are going to go see Annie, the touring company here at the theater. Let me know your favorite song from Annie. Danny, do you have one?
The Sun Will Come Out Tomorrow is the only one. Well, yeah, I sing that one a lot, and then my husband sings It's a Hard Knock Life a lot.
That's a good one too. I think like I do love, the classic, the big hits, but I think my favorite one to sing along with, which I will not next Tuesday night, is Little Girls, like where Miss Hannigan's drunk.
Yeah.
All right, now I just got it. Now I'm just going to put my sides on, and I guess I am going to try to pay attention to how it reads and put them on the correct thing.
Okay. Cut my fingernails and now I'm like lost.
I like my claws. Nobody has a favorite song from Annie, or did everybody leave us?
We scared everyone away.
All right, now let's see. That actually worked out pretty perfect. So I could have probably been done with my envelopes by now.
Okay, now I have to think this through. I forget, does the flap go to the flap or does the actual envelope go on the flap, or does it matter?
I think you'll want the back of the envelope. So whatever area, like if you were going to do like that, Danny, like this, and you flip it over and you just put adhesive on the back of that front envelope where it would, does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is not easy to do on the fly. So, if you're going to have your envelope sit like this, you only want it to be adhered here.
Okay.
So like you'll put the adhesive on the back of your envelope.
Okay. I have to think this through how I want this.
Yes,
I didn't know there was going to be so much thinking involved. Oh my goodness.
Me neither. There we go. Polly likes The Sun Will Come Up Tomorrow. Yeah.
So that one could go like that.
Welcome, Alyssa.
That one.
If you've joined us late, Danny and I are just trying our hands at stacked envelopes, which is just like a kind of happy mail or pen pal mail thing that today we're just going to try to get the envelopes put together. But I think when I come back to do my follow-up, I might send this out to a viewer. Now this should go more quickly. For my third envelope, I'm going to make a 3x4, which means I need a 6-inch piece of paper. So exactly this size. And my first punch is at 2 5/8. Again, I will have all these dimensions down in the description box in my product list.
Oh, the video that you showed made this look so easy. Yeah.
It's okay. You can, if you wanted to, well, I guess you could work, if you want to watch that, Danny, and put them together later, you could always like cut shapes or little tags to put inside your envelopes and show people how that kind of works.
It'll probably take me forever to get everything out. So it's okay. I can figure it out.
Okay. Welcome, Sharon. We're glad you stumbled upon us. This whole video might be by accident. Danny and I are giving something new a try, stacked envelopes. And as you might be able to tell, we really don't know what we're doing. The inspiration video that brought this on is linked at the top of the chat box and in the description box. So I hope you will all check it out later.
So I could still mail that. So I think that's now I got the layout now to see if I can get it all set here.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, that's a good idea, Carmen, to put inspirational encouragement cards in there. I love that. All right.
Hi, Maria. It is similar to a loaded envelope, which is why Crafty Al had suggested it to me.
Yeah. And then let us know, like Danny and I, we had so much fun when we got together and just crafted, for the heck of it after we went on our little trip to Tailored Expressions and Scrap Mania over the summer. So we thought we might try to come. It's not going to be anything scheduled, or we're not going to say we're going to do this so many times a month. It's just going to be random, but let us know if you enjoy just chatting with us while we craft. And they probably will be all during the weekdays since we're both off and we won't have to worry about family stuff then.
Alyssa, congratulations on your promotion.
Ooh, congrats. That is awesome.
Okay.
Fantastic. So my final envelope, I'm going to go ahead and cut and punch. It's 5 inches punched at 2 inches. And I'm trying to work around my cat. This is Aspen. Usually it's Lyndon who loved to show up on videos, but now this is Aspen's favorite surface to lay on when I am in the basement. And there are scraps flying all over the place here. And I will be using those to fill up the envelopes, like, like Danny said, die cut them, or I might make some little bitty envelopes. I think this final envelope is like a gift card size.
Okay. So let's see, that'll open that way, that'll open that way, that'll open that way. I think I was thinking too hard about it. It actually isn't that bad to put it together.
Okay, good. I'm glad that you went first on that then. Now, on these smaller ones, one thing I like about having the double-sided paper is that when you put it together, then there's a fun pattern on the inside of the card as well.
Yeah, I like using the two-sided paper for this and the loaded envelopes because it makes it look so nice.
Maybe that could be our next one. You could teach me how to make a loaded envelope.
Oh, they're so easy and so fun.
Wouldn't that? Yeah, I think that might be a fun one. If you just told me kind of what I needed to pre-cut and then you could tell me how to score it and fold it and stuff.
You
I
don't
think that
have
would
to
be a good
have
one.
anything for it's a one sheet of 12 by 12 paper is all it is.
Maybe we could try that next time since I forced you kind of into this one.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
Look how cute that is. But yeah, now you open it up and there's a pattern inside.
Okay, so how far? All right. I wanted to open that way. So
I thought in this smallest one, I might see if I can find some, like maybe make some printed sentiments or something for New Year's and put those in there since it's kind of small.
or like I've been doing sometimes is like I cut sheets of like enamel dots or whatever, just small, and they stick right in there.
I'm glad you said that because earlier I saw on my desk here that I had like a few of these packages and I was thinking that same thing. You're right. That would be great for that smallest one.
Or I did buy some little bags at Joann's, just little plastic baggies. And because I have so many sequins and stuff that even if I made a shaker card every day, I would never use them all. So I've been making little shaker mixes or like sequin mixes too. So
that's a great idea. I love that. Okay, so I am going to go ahead and just gently move my cat somewhere else, guys, because I need to work now.
I kind of went on once. I kind of wish I would have put them over here, but it's done, so it's all good. So this one will open like that. And then that one opens up, and then that one opens up, and then that one opens up.
Right here. Okay. Oh, here. Can you hold on, Danny? Can you re-show that how it worked?
Yep. I wish that I would have went this way. I wasn't really thinking because it kind of goes against your natural instinct, but it's the first one, so we live and we learn.
Yep.
So this one opens up, and then you have that one, and then that one, and then that one.
Oh, I love that. I love that. Oh my goodness. See? Oh, it's going to be worth it, Danny. If you're coming late and you didn't see, the first one I made was out of some confetti vellum. And I don't know if I should just like toss them down on. Just here, just like, what would this look like if I just like let it? No, that's not going to work. Okay, I will just strategically make this look like a mess of a pile of envelopes.
Yeah, I definitely should have put it on the right side. It just doesn't flow for me, but it is very cute, and now I know. So
how did you figure out where to put? Oh, sorry, no, I'm stopping.
No, go ahead.
How did you figure out where to put your adhesive? Like here, I told you, oh, this is all you have to do, Danny, but then that's kind of hard to put the adhesive on the back.
I just kind of guessed, and then I got out my adhesive eraser for the ones that went over.
Okay. All right, you finish your thought. I'm going to quit interrupting you while I try to put this
No, because I keep interrupting you, so it's all good. No, I think when you go to put it together, think about the flow and like your natural tendency. Maybe it's because I'm right-handed too, but yeah, I definitely wish I would have done that, but it's all good. It's all good.
Okay, and I adhered mine upside down, so that's awesome.
Well, you know.
You know what? No, I'm gonna.
And so in this one, I think I will definitely put like some little, maybe little ephemera and little like enamel dots or jewels in the littlest one. And then moving up, probably more ephemera and like shapes like circles or squares. I have some stitch dies that I usually do. So that'll go in that one. This bigger one, probably more stitch shapes, or maybe I have a lot of flowers when they were all the rage. So maybe some flowers in there, some die cut butterflies might go in there. And then in the last one will be some larger pieces and some tags, maybe ATCs. I don't know.
Love it. I love how that like opens up together. And then what the original person did, she used a lot of like ephemera and die cuts and some sentiments to decorate like as it's sitting there, there will be like lots of stuff, you know, popping off there. You will want to watch that video though, because she gives tips on how to place it so they can actually open later.
I'm very clean and simple, so I don't know that I mean, I might add something here, so maybe it will make me feel better that it's not all on this side, but I don't decorate a lot on the outsides just because I'm more of a clean and simple person, but hers was definitely, I do like in the original one that we watched, she used some little Velcro things to kind of hold them together. And I think I might be getting some of those because I do like that idea.
I did not even notice that. That would, yeah, because I know like these are just wanting to pop up.
Because I know on my loaded envelopes, I tried washi tape on some of those and it tore the paper and it made me sad. So I don't want to do that. So I like the idea of just a little piece of Velcro there would be fun.
All right. I think I'm about ready to show mine opening up.
Yay.
All right. So here is my stack. Again, it just kind of looks like you threw your mail on there. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to get some vellum, Danny. I mean, sorry, not vellum, a Velcro. So
Yeah,
I
like the layout of yours. It looks more natural. Mine doesn't, but okay.
I like yours. Kind of reminds you of like a water, you know, like a waterfall, like going down. I love how it opens. So we have our first one, and then our second one opens up. Third one. And then our vellum. And yeah, at the back one, I'll put some pattern papers and then we'll see what else I can fit in there. Mine is pretty busy. I probably won't decorate it a whole lot, but I am going to do some decoration on the front. Well, Danny, I say if you want to switch your camera around, we could say our goodbyes. Yay, this was fun. Welcome, guys. If you weren't here at the beginning, I am Alicia. That was Danny. If you're new to the channel, you just happened upon our channel, like was it Sharon? Like Sharon did. So that was excellent. We had some new viewers. If you are new to Danny and I's lives, go ahead and put a 1 over in the chat box. We also get together for Oh So Inspired Live. And what we do is we choose an inspiration piece the night of the live. We let the audience send in possible sabotages and we choose one of those and then we have to make a new project. So that is tomorrow night at 6:30 p.m. Central Time. We will be back. I do have that video linked in the description box below so you can go set a reminder. So this was perfect, just like a little 45-minute crafty session. So, I mean, should we go ahead? We do not have to schedule it now, Danny, but should we say our next one will be you can teach me how to make a loaded envelope?
Yes.
Awesome.
I was
Awesome.
more confident about that.
Yeah. It was fun. Ooh, awesome. We have some new viewers, Danny. Yay. Oh, yeah. Well, you know, we should probably do it. I know I don't do anything with it, but here, I always like to get a fake thumbnail. All right. Oh, yes. Lots of awesome. Great. Now, if you're not already subscribed to my channel, I hope you will do that. If you're not already subscribed to Danny's channel, make sure to do that. I have her links in the description box. At the very bottom of the description box, I also have like my Instagram and TikTok if you're on there. This was fun. I mean, yeah.
It was fun. It was a learning experience. I know what I want to do next and stuff. So, yeah.
Awesome. Well, we hope that you might give stacked envelopes a try. Do not forget to check out that video that we used as inspiration, which, yes, I'm going to go back and watch it to kind of, you know, figure out how to finish it off. And I guess until the next time, guys, we hope you're having a crafty day. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.